Happy Saturday, YouTube. So, what is the hardest thing about our industry? Because you see a lot of people, share great results, have success, but nothing's ever perfect, right? And that same question I asked my mentor, Ray Berrigan Sr., many, many years ago when I first started selling insurance. And I remember, we were sitting down in a Denny's in Fresno, California, and at the time, I had been in the top 5 agents in the whole company, like for the past 4 or 5 months consecutively. So I felt pretty good about myself, and more than anything, the results that I was having. But that particular month that I was actually breaking bread with Ray, my numbers were a little slow to start the month. And, one of the first things he asked me was, what's going on? What's going on with your numbers? I mean, the last few months you've done great, but, this month you would think that your numbers would be up there, right? But they were slow. They were really slow, my numbers. And I'll never forget what he told me. He said, the beautiful thing about our industry and our business is that we have a flexible schedule. We can do what we want, when we want. But at the end of the day, we got to go to work. And we got to be responsible with that work. And a lot of agents start off strong, but they don't finish strong. And it's important to finish strong, no matter what you do. And he told me, he says, the biggest issue, the biggest problem that I see in agents these days is that they just don't go to work. And, for me at the time, it didn't really make sense. That month, I was chilling. I was taking a few days off. I was enjoying, the rewards of my hard work, which was totally valid. But at the same time, you have to be responsible with yourself and your family, because if you start changing the way you work, eventually you end up doing something that didn't take you to your success. And it's really, really easy to start getting lazy in this business, especially when you build a residual income. And, at that point in time, just didn't really make sense, because I grew up in a very hardworking household, so working hard is just part of our DNA. But it wasn't after the fact, when I moved over to senior life, where I was starting basically from scratch again. I left all my agents at Lincoln Heritage and Golden Memorial, and a really small group of my agents came along for the ride. And when we started, at least for me that is, it took several months for my accounts to clear out in the positive with Lincoln Heritage. So all the money that I was making in 2010, 2011 basically came from savings, and that, after a few months, dwindled. And it put me in a position where I had all these responsibilities. I had all these things going on. At the time I had a real estate portfolio, probably close to $20 million worth of real estate, from, commercial real estate to, low-income housing. So my monthly interest payments were sky high, and I needed to make money. But when I started from scratch again, I really realized how hard it was to go out and work. By that time, I had, attained a lot of success selling insurance. I had a fat residual check, and I was really just waiting for, my accounts at Lincoln Heritage to clear before I can see my residuals, and that took months before I saw a dollar. So I had a choice. I could either, one, just wait it out and just live off what I had, or go all in. And I went all in. You know, I remember that I was the hardest working agent out of my group at the time, and it was challenging because there was days I didn't want to go work. There was days that I wanted to quit. There was days that, you know, I said to myself, why even bother doing this? Because it happens. And it comes down to hard work and intent. And if you think about the word hard work, it's not easy. It's hard. And what we do is not easy. And I left Lincoln Heritage as number one. And within 2 years of me leaving Lincoln Heritage, I was number one at Senior Life. Again, selling personally, pushing my agents, you know, to grow. But for myself, hard work. You know, no one's going to do it for you. You can have great leads, carrier, partnerships, but at the end of the day, if you don't go to work with intent, you're not going to have success at a high level. And I see this all the time today. You know, agents, you know, they start in this industry, they have 3, 4, 5 months, and they loosen up. They take the foot off the gas, and then what made them successful, they start doing the opposite, taking vacations, spending more time doing other stuff than working. And if you don't believe me, look around. It's one of the reasons that this industry has such a high turnover rate, because insurance agents, I hate to say this, but they're lazy. You know, another friend of mine, Ron Powell, would say, it doesn't matter what company you go to work for, you'll make it. And I always like his comment about that, because it's true. If you look at every company out there, believe me, I work with, you know, several IMO groups in the country in a consultant capacity. So I get to see the good, the bad from these agencies that I work with. Bottom line, same thing happens across the board with agents. The ones that go to work every day, the ones that are intentional, are having success. The ones that aren't are not having success, and they're the ones with the most complaints. It doesn't matter what company you work for. If you don't work, it's not going to work out. Simple as that. So the sooner you understand that you're going to have to pay a sacrifice, which can be months, years, to reach your goal, and understand it's going to take time to get there, and then second, you put in the work necessary, not just when you feel like it, not when you want to, but every single day, you're going to reap those rewards. You know, this year I'm going on 19 years, you know, in the insurance business. And, you know, I'm motivated more than ever, you know, to push and keep building my block of residual income. Is it easy? No, it's not. Is it doable? Absolutely. I've been doing it now for 18 years. So I share this information with you because, you know, it's been on my heart for the last few weeks. And if you're watching this, I hope this helps you, because if you can really muster the moxie to put it down every day and go to work, is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be perfect? No, because there's no such thing. But I know for a fact that when you get obsessed about something and you go to work every day, eventually you'll start seeing breakthroughs, you'll start seeing progress, and where you end and where you start are going to be two different locations. So with that said, my good friends, you guys enjoy your weekend. If you guys are looking for Medicare CPA, give me a call. Peace.